Welcome back to another Stock Market Open live stream. Today is, what do we got today? August 19th. It's DNC week, Democratic National Convention week. And it is, the good old J-Hole week. Jackson Hole, a lot of people excited to see what we'll get out of Jackson Hole this week. Kind of curious myself. The big question is going to be what kind of rate cuts do we maybe get teed up from Jackson Hole this week? We had good inflation data. We had good PPI data. We didn't end up in a war. We have both Israel and Iran, actually, and Hamas, more than both, all talking about how necessary a ceasefire is, which is actually fantastic. I mean, that's kind of what you wanted. You know, a week and a half ago, it seemed like we were being told from all sources war was imminent. The Iranian strike was coming. So somehow looks like diplomacy has been at least somewhat working. We'll see if that'll end up carrying over. But yeah, this will be really a much more let's see, news-filled week with commentary from both politicians, countries potentially going to war, and JPOW. So kind of exciting. Now we'll see what we get. So with that, let's take a peek at pre-market. Looks like pre-market's at least decently green right now. You've got the SPY up about 12 basis points. You've got what do we got here? Tesla's up about 0.5%. You know, Bitcoin's been acting a little funny. We had this sell down over here, and I couldn't pinpoint exactly why we had this sell down. I know there was the potential suicide. Well, I mean, there was a suicide bomber in Tel Aviv, which isn't great, but they only managed to kill themselves, which is great. You don't have a terrorist attack and a suicide bomber, and they only managed to kill themselves. So great. But I don't know that this was Bitcoin reacting or responding to that, or what. But seems like we've almost recovered from that drop. This 57,580 line, obviously a pretty regular line that I've been watching because we've really been sandwiched between here. If you look between 8.8, so about 11 days ago, 61.7 and 57,580. These two right here. This is what you want to watch for. Somebody says, why is Loan Depot saying delisted? It's right there. It's not saying delisted at all. Make sure you're looking at ticker LDI. Maybe you got the wrong ticker potentially. So what else do we have? Let's see here. You've got TLT moving up. That means yields are slipping a little bit, which is kind of expected. I think yields are going to trend down. And let's see, we got 10 years down, only about 3 basis points. How did Japanese stocks do today? They actually fell down about 1.99 on the Nikkei 225. I feel like you've been green every day since August 5th, with the exception of today. That's interesting. That'll I wonder if any of that'll carry over to the United States. So we'll see. Let's see. I want to pull that up and show that here. Okay, take a look. Right here. Yeah, you can see the Nikkei right here, August 5. Since then, it's been green. You know, the Bank of Japan sort of bails out markets. Oh, no, we won't hike again until everyone's ready. And then you get green, green. It does look like you have a tiny little bit of red there. Green, 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 red. So it's been very, very green. Yeah. Okay, then what else? We've got Upstart, 24 bips. What is this? Apple's basically flat. Going to about 117. Probably. We always look at that 119 line there for potential rejection on end phase. Nvidia, Some nominal movements here on NVIDIA, about 20 basis points. Pretty basic. Right under that 125 line, right under 20 bucks on Hood. Robinhood. Supermicro's down a little bit, but you know it's had a fantastic recovery. I mean, well, this was down at like 400. Oh, oops, this was down at like $480 there for a moment. Yeah, look at that, $478. It's just been green daily since then to recover on Supermicro. AMD, nice recovery. Went all the way down to 115. And it's back to 152. It looks like in pre-market up 2.5%. Trying to run back. That's on an acquisition they announced. It looks like it's trying to run back to that 160-ish level. All right. Let's see what else. Google here. Ooh, Google's even up 1.2%. 1.4% actually. And Mickey D's is up a little bit. Buck 115 there. All right. And where are Q's? Q's at about 15 basis points. Right there, ceiling out. We've got a little ceiling at 476.72. That was the high that we hit, or the rejection that we hit right going into the disaster of Japan. So look at that. It fully recovered between these lines. Now the question is, can we recover back to 493, 503, previous high here, or what's the game plan? Doesn't seem like there's any major negative data coming this week, but I mean those are always the weeks where weird things end up happening. So it's like when you're not expecting it, but that's all right. So let's see what else we got here. All right, so. Stocks drift as caution reigns before Jackson Hole. Oh, that's what they're calling it. Okay. Caution. AMD rose on its acquisition. Gave them some data center tech. Let's see. Traders starting the week cautious. Recovering from the risk appetite of last week. Fine. Okay. How about, let's see. Powell has a chance this week to disabuse market of recession risk. Oh, okay. I don't know if he's so in the camp of declaring exactly what he thinks. I think he's always been relatively balanced when it comes to recession risk, and sort of realistic. It looks at like the current data. Hey, current data doesn't say, but that doesn't mean we don't want to be thoughtful about the potential risks. Gold, ooh, gold's $25.33 by the way. Wow, gold at over $2,500, all-time high right there. All right, very interesting. Let's see here. Ooh, I want to see what catalysts we do get this week, other than, J-Hole's obviously a big one. But, today's the 19th. So we get leading index today. Mortgage applications tomorrow. We get minutes, but those are boring. Then S&P PMI Thursday, and new home sales Friday. Very boring sort of catalyst week. I don't also know that there are any crazy earnings this week. I'm pretty sure NVIDIA is next week. Yeah, they are. Okay, so, well, let's write this down. Let's write down some of the catalysts. Today's the 19th. What are we at? 5:35 in the morning? Who wakes up this early? I'm sorry. Alright. So, catalysts this week. Jackson Hole. Economic. That is the 22nd to the 24th. which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Is that right? Hold on. Or is it? Oh, let's see. Yes. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. Kind of an interesting schedule. Then you do have the DNC. That is today. And I think that goes, okay, to the 22nd. Oh, so you go from DNC to J-Hole. Ah, okay. Democratic National Convention, 19 to 22. Then, let's see here. Yeah, again, I mean, minutes, FOMC minutes. Those will be, I mean, there might be a clue for a rate cut in there, but we'll see. Thursday, we get S&P PMIs. I said that. And that's going to be 08 to 22. And new home sales Friday. Boring. 08 23. Okay. Wow. Not a lot other than those events. Now, if I go to let's see, earnings, lows. So let's write this down. Earnings. Okay, let's go with lows on Tuesday. Xpeng's Tuesday. We haven't looked at that company in a while. Xpeng Tuesday. Okay. Toll Brothers Tuesday. Those home builders have been having some pretty nice margins. Target, Macy's are Wednesday morning. Okay, so a little bit more on the consumer. Macy's. Target, Wednesday. Okay. Then Snowflake and Zoom Wednesday. Target and Macy or AM. Toll Brothers, if I write that down correctly. Toll Brothers, yeah, they're PM. Okay. Snowflake and Zoom. Snowflake, Wednesday PM, Zoom. What else? Does anybody still invest in Zoom? On Thursday, you get Peloton and Canadian Solar. And that's AM. Canadian Solar. And you also get Advanced Auto Parts and Williams Sonoma and BJ's. Okay. A little bit more on the consumer there. So that's going to be Advanced Auto Parts, BJ's, Wholesale. Those are all Thursday AM. And then Thursday PM, Intuit, Workday, Bill, Red Robin. Ooh, Red Robin. All right. Intuit, Workday, and Bill.com. Red Robin for what's that? May as well write that down for what that's worth. There we go. All right. This will be fun. We, at least there are catalysts. You know, sometimes you get a week where it's just like, there's like nothing going on. And that's no fun. Alright, let's see. What else? Oopsies. Let's see if I can actually get that fixed. I get a little bit of a problem. What's going on with that? That's a Oh, there we go. Okay, that's odd. All right, good. Red Robin Yum. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I this weekend kind of redid a bunch of stuff in here, so it's actually kind of pretty functional now. I feel like I moved the my little switcher, so I don't have to reach as far. It's like right in front of me now, which is really nice. I kind of use the base of the monitor to put it on, which is great because now it gives me a nice little angle too. And everybody was, I don't know if this will work now because I haven't tested it yet, but everybody was, had strong opinions about the desktop mic in terms of whether they liked it or not. It was sort of 50-50. And so what I did is I made a little button where I could switch mics to this one. So now this will be kind of our more intense, Oh, I put this little pop filter on. I don't know if the level is right yet. I probably got to check the audio levels and stuff, but I don't know. Let's see. It's probably a little low. Pop that up a little bit. Oh, let's see here. How does this? Yeah, this is probably pretty good. Right about here, huh? Okay. Come back to normal. There you go. All right. Let's see if that worked. I haven't actually tested it yet. Yeah. I took everybody was so 50-50. I'm like, all right, I'll just have one angle be that mic and another angle be the other mic. So I made my setup 50-50. So I don't know. And I think it's good too. You don't really see much of it. That's fine. But that's good. So, all right. So, let's jump in over here. Let's listen to Economic Agenda.
Making in a capitalistic system, the question is, do we have a situation where we have monopolies or we have price fixing or price setting, and that is a role for government to address.
I don't know how it knows that level, though. I mean, what do you say? Is it if it 8% profit is okay, but 9 is not, or 9.8 is okay, but 11.1 is not? I mean, who's to say?
Well, I think that this is something that we obviously find out in the process of investigating certain situations. Just as one example, when prices go up, say by 20-25%, but costs have gone up by much less, or even dropping, for those particular companies in that industry, well, that might be an issue of, monopolistic price.
Competitors would take that, don't you think? They say, okay, I mean, I would. If I were starting, the great entrepreneurs in this country would say, that's an opportunity, I'll go take that.
Absolutely. I think that we want to make sure there are no barriers to entry that have been erected by industry participants. We want as many competitors entering an industry. Look, I was a former small business person. I like to say I signed the front of the check and the back of the check. And what I saw is that small businesses are often prevented from entering industry and providing the competition that we need to lower prices ultimately.
But we know how to do it, Congressman. I know you know that in terms of make sure there's no monopolies and make sure there's no price fixing, and make sure there's no collusion. But one way we know is not the right way to do it, we just know, and we're proposing, and your party's proposing again, and that's price controls and wage controls. So, if you're going to let supply and demand work, you got to let it work. And it's weird that we're revisiting that again after we've seen the historical record of what happens when we do that.
I think that we absolutely want to avoid some kind of price control situation.
Kind of boring. Let's get off that. Let's take a look at this. This is okay. Tesla trails rivals in offering driver assistance features in China. As Elon Musk awaits Beijing's green light, Chinese EV makers sell models that can cruise without intervention on city streets. I mean, I don't have to intervene too much now with Tesla. Okay. Tesla's inability to roll out its most advanced driver assistance features in China has put the automaker behind its Chinese competitors. I mean, that would make sense, you know, if you don't have the regulatory approval. Yeah, that's fair. It wants to enable drivers in its biggest market out of the U.S. to use an enhanced version of autopilot, which it calls full self-driving. Yeah, of course. Okay, Chief Elon Musk expected Chinese regulators to approve the features by the end of the year. Beijing's yet to approve it. Tesla hasn't received permission to transfer driving data collected from Tesla owners in China to the U.S. Based training computers. The dim prospects of winning a nod have prompted Tesla to consider further investment in computers in China. Oh, that's more CapEx. Chinese car makers have secured government permission and are allowing driver assistance features that are more advanced than what Tesla is allowed to provide in China, often more cheaply. Last month, Xpeng, one of the leading EV startups, made available nationwide a driver assistance platform or a system that provides cruising on city streets in response to traffic signals. I mean, FSD can do that. Other Chinese companies, including Huawei and Li Auto, provide similar driving assistance features. Now, I do think that driving assistance features are going to become ubiquitous. That is, I think everybody will eventually have them. And they'll all have their own sort of base level of goodness, so to speak. Basically, you have this, you know, everybody has the bare min, and then you kind of build bells and whistles on top of that, is my guess. Market share for new energy vehicles in China for the first half. Yeah, but this includes hybrids. They always do this. I don't know why they do this. They always throw BYD in here with this giant bar, and don't mention that, you know, 60% of them are hybrids. But whatever. If Tesla were to win approval in China for FSD, it would likely be limited initially to a few cities. Okay. That's keeping with precedent in China. Typically requested local companies to pilot their services initially. Tesla software is available in China, costs around $4,500. Yeah, but I guess you can't use it as much. Chinese rivals generally charge less or provide the service for free to buyers. See, I agree with that. I always thought that was very, you know, a good strategy. Is basically just give the product away for free. I'll write that down. I think that's very interesting. Well, I didn't know the Chinese competition was actually doing that. I always like looking for these new little tidbits. So let's see here. Tesla. Okay, a few things so far there. Expanding compute in China, as China may not allow FSD data / customer data to be ported to the US. Then you've got Tesla sells FSD for $4,500 in China, which is less than what they sell it for here, but it's also more limited. What is it now here? Is it 8,500 or 7,500 now? I feel like it's 8,500 now, but let's just go look on their website really quickly. Oh, let's see here. Cheapest Tesla right now is $38,900. I feel like almost with that, I would just grab the... Oh, it's 8,000. It's in between what I said. The Model Y seems more desirable at that price range. But anyway, 8,000 in the US. That's interesting. Okay. So Chinese rivals often, let's see, where was it? Chinese rivals charge less or provide the software for free to buyers. Yeah, that's what I thought Tesla should do here. I mean, imagine how competitive I personally, I mean, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's been too politicized lately. But I always thought, you know, years ago, I'm like, man, imagine how competitive you'd be if you just threw this in. Be like, why would somebody have any other car? But then again, I don't know. Is everybody actually turning on FSD when they buy a Tesla? I don't know. Okay, Tesla didn't respond to a request for comment. That's fine. Developing self-driving cars are important. Some Chinese car makers say Tesla's most advanced software, if approved, could outdo their own. Tesla is up to 2 years ahead of Chinese competitors, says a former executive at Xpeng. Nice. See, that used to be 5 years. I agree that there is a moat, and it makes sense that it's gone down a little bit. But former... oh, he worked at Tesla, too. At Tesla and Xpeng. Says Tesla is still 2 years ahead. Nice. What else? China accounted for 20% of Tesla's revenue. Version 12, frequently updated with subversions. You know, I'm waiting for the new subversion. The latest one that's been rolling out has been rolling out to people with hardware 4. I don't have that. I have the old hardware. Darn. I remember when my hardware was the new hardware. Now it's the old hardware. Okay, what, do they have anything else in here? Let's see. Tesla testing a small fleet of vehicles with its latest software in Shanghai to prepare for trials. Oh, that's interesting. So the regulators will actually put them through, you know, probably like a DMV driving test almost. That's interesting. Tesla is preparing for FSC trials in Hangzhou and Beijing this year. Tesla wants China's permission to transfer the data out to the U.S. Prospects were uncertain, concerned about video and location data could give the U.S. information about military sites or other sensitive information. Right. That's always what it is. Tesla has looked to Plan B, building a data center in China. That's probably what's going to end up having to happen. But then could you use NVIDIA's chips in China? Oh, that's interesting too. Yeah, because of the import restrictions. Ah, interesting. And then the current questions about Tesla's FSD in China are that there are two concerns. One, can U.S. trained models drive in Chinese traffic? That's interesting. And two, what about small cities, more bikes, pedestrians, and poorly managed roads? You know, less trained in those maybe. Interesting. Probably 10 times more difficult. That's interesting. And that was that's the Xpeng founder says that. Xpeng founder says Chinese roads in urban areas are about 10x the difficulty. Oh, never been to China. I don't know if I'm gonna go either. But anyway, it's interesting. Little Chinese FSD update. All right, what else? So we've got AMD buys AI equipment maker for nearly $5 billion. That was the acquisition, by the way. ZT Systems produces servers and other equipment in data centers. The deal is among AMD's largest. Push to expand their network of chips. New Jersey-based, not publicly traded. Makes servers, server racks, and other infrastructure. CT has more than $10 billion of annual sales. Nearly half of the $22.7 billion of revenue her company reported last year, compared to AMD. However, they plan to sell ZT's manufacturing business after the acquisition, keeping the design-based system. Yeah, nobody wants to be in manufacturing. So everybody just wants to design it. That makes sense. Manufacturing kind of sucks. Fascinating. All right. What else? All right. So let's see. How's our BT Sizz doing? Kind of funny. Lee Koo says FSD will be stolen. China trap is set in. If we don't make things, then there will be no things. Well, I'm not saying things shouldn't be made. I'm just saying a lot of companies prefer not to manufacture because it's harder. Chame Lucher. Luche. L-O-E. Lucher. I don't know. Anyway, welcome aboard. I tried FSD 12.5 last month. IMO is still far from ready and dangerous. Ooh. Ouch. What else here? Saw something revisiting down employment. Yeah, in August we're supposed to be getting updated numbers. Can't remember what date that is. But yeah, a lot of people talk about that being a caddy. Let me see when that is. Oh, there it is. It's Wednesday. Bureau of Labor Statistics releases preliminary annual payrolls benchmark revision. In other words, ignore all the payrolls data from the last year. Here's the big annual revision. Okay, so let's write that down. That's a good call. I missed that. So that one actually could be pretty important because it could show substantial weakening. And it's right before J-hole. So I do think that's worth paying attention to. Okay, so that's going to be Wednesday. BLS, annual labor revisions. Potentially a big deal for Fed/recession. You know, if they revise down substantially and you're in a situation where you're like, oh my gosh, you know, we thought we were growing at 200,000 jobs and now we're actually growing at, you know, whatever, 80,000 jobs or something, that's going to be a big deal. All right, let's see here. Okie dokie then. Yeah, good call. Okay, what else? China is advanced. They have acoustic cameras to find drivers who honk. Wow. Is it an acoustic camera or is it a microphone? Christian Zebin. I don't know. Great work you're doing. Greetings from Germany. Hello. Hallo Deutschland. Wie geht's? The free trial, 1 month trial FSD you get when you buy now. Sold it to a friend. He's opting for the monthly sub. Nice. Glad I ditched most Tesla for Nvidia. That's like the investment trade of the year, or like the last year, frankly, last 18 months. That's great. Now, when is Tesla gonna have the Nvidia moment? Someone says Kamala Harris is economically illiterate. You know, I think the concern people have is the her, you know, price control talk that she kind of read off there, but you know, it seems like they're already trying to walk that back, so. Alrighty. Alright. What's the move today? Yes. Let's see what the move today is. Alright. Well, let's see here. 1 sec. 6 o'clock. Exactly. Alright. So, let's start with big movers. Fubo Fubo's up and Loan Depot is up. Ooh, I like that Loan Depot's up. I'm sorry. I'm a shill for the mortgage industry. I know. I actually hate the mortgage industry. You should too. Nobody likes it. It doesn't, like, amongst themselves, they're not very, I mean, it's very competitive, right? But what I like is that I think you have access to a lot of bonds that are kind of basically mortgages that are selling somewhat for a discount. And my take, not financial advice, and I think there's some real potential as rates come down that these mortgage companies are a little oversold. Loan Depot is probably the biggest hot potato out of all of them. It's honestly, it's like one that's just like cratered. I mean, look at this. Look at that chart. I mean, you're at an all-time high after IPO of $38. $19 to $20 for about a week, and you just bled out as rates started moving up between. Well, actually, you bled out in 2021. Then you got into 22 when rates started going up. It went from like $8 down to now $2.80. It's crazy. But these are the mortgage companies are going to be interesting. Palantir up 2%. Palantir's just been like straight up since their earnings. Let's see here. Alphabet, Bill, Space Mobe. Let's go to downside. Oh, Soho's down. Let me look at what's going on with Soho House and Fubo. Fubo. Judge Barr's Trio's new streaming platform amid legal fight. Fox, Disney, Warner Sports Service blocked for now in Fubo win. Oh, okay. Some temporary stay. What happened with Sherwin-Williams? They're down a little bit. Pre-mark. Well, I actually don't see anything on Sherwin-Williams. Alright. It could just be low liquidity, huh? What about Soho? Could be the same thing as well. Remember, low traded stocks in pre-market are very volatile. No, nothing really on this one. Although it did have a little bit of a pop there after earnings. Yeah, nice pop on earnings, about $1, but giving some of that back now. AMD, wow, after its acquisition, it's actually only up 13 basis points. I kind of think the Nikkei being going red is a little bit of an omen. I don't think I have any shorts right now. I don't have any shorts. I only have I got calls on the mortgage industry and TLT calls. So, I just want to be transparent. This is the Nikkei today, and then your Japanese trade, and then you have that Bitcoin omen, but Bitcoin has started rising, right? And we came off of this in the morning here over the last 3 hours. So that was the last 3 hours. You've been slowly moving up. So a little blurry. Not exactly the cleanest pre-market here. So we'll see. By the way, I have I made this really beautiful automation on my phone. It's like the coolest thing ever. If I open up X, it'll automatically, when I open up X, turn everything into, there it is. It inverts the color. So it turns everything black and white, and it starts a timer. So anytime I open up X, let's see if I can get it to load. There. Anytime I open up X, I have a timer. A 5-minute timer starts at the top, and it goes to black and white. And it's like, I'm going to do this for like Instagram and TikTok and all of that too. Because as soon as I open it, because they're such time wasters for me. Don't get me wrong, I want to use X and stuff, but I'll use it on a computer. But now, if I open it on my phone, especially Instagram or TikTok or whatever, I open it, it's just black and white, and the timer's ticking at the top. boy, you close it real fast. And then when I close the app, it'll uninvert and go back to color. Somebody says, why black and white? Because it's boring. You don't want to use it anymore. So then it's black and white, and you have a timer ticking. It's like, all right, I'm just going to quickly get, see like any kind of breaking news or whatever, and then put it away. Because otherwise you just get into like, you start scrolling, it's like, the 10 faces before death, or, 10 historic pictures you've never seen before. And it's like all this like time waster crap. How did I do that? Oh, I should make a video on that then. You know what? Maybe I'll make a video on it. We'll call it like automations, like some kind of like 10 iPhone productivity hacks or whatever. But I got a crap load of them. Like I'm a really big fan of doing this. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, cool. So yeah. All right, let's hop in over and let's see what we've got over here.
To some of the commentary that's come out last couple days.
I don't think it's a certainty, and I don't like, as you know, tying our hands ahead of time when we got a lot of data to come in and everyone on the committee is going to get to speak their piece, and it's a committee decision.
We're going to get some, we mentioned the benchmark revisions to NFP coming out Wednesday.
Oh, that'll be important.
Yes.
Look, I think that we can cloud our judgment with this, with Jackson Hole, in part because last year it was so significant. It really was the time when you had to start thinking, wow, what are they doing? Are they going to keep going? A time of uncertainty, and then it just blossomed into a time of greatness. I mean, remember, like in October, you take September off. October was really fabulous. And anyone who got in the way of it, the Bears got in the way with it, run over. I don't like the fact that the Fed was in control of the narrative last year. I think that what should be in control of the narrative this year is earnings.
Sounding like Costin this morning.
Well, I like Costin's piece lowering from 6 to 4. I like Costin. I don't know if he's coming on or not.
I don't know, but his point over the weekend was all of this macro drama is distracting us from an earnings season that is, they're sticking with 241.
Okay, so I read the piece, and I said, I went out with this, we kind of went out with this last week, and now he's done it, and he's going to get credit. But only because he's really nice am I willing to accept that. That's the truth. Right there is the truth.
Slightly below consensus growth there, says Goldman. All right. Straight Chill Action says, want to be productive, 0 social media. Only in private browser, no storing passwords. Ooh, there you go. Can give some reveals on Chrome extensions. Oh, yeah. That's true. Tired of hearing about the Fed. I don't blame you for feeling that way. Let's see. Hey, Siri, set 5 minutes. Yeah, that's one way. Oh, now it's listening to me. How to stop doom scrolling 101. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, the problem with uninstalling this, so I've tried that, but I always end up reinstalling like Instagram or TikTok or whatever because I have to post to them. So like it's my job to post to them. TLT and mortgage calls. Kevin is a boomer. Hey, man. It's just a calculation between potential risk reward, okay? The expensive valuations and some of the tech names and concentration versus maybe less concentration, less optimism in some of the more forsaken names. That's all, bro. That's all.
Like what I see, we're about to have football season. We're going to do fantasy. And, there's a 20% chance.
Somebody says, mostly I became happier when I abandoned political YouTube and Twitter and I stick to economics. It's very difficult to find someone that's like neutral when it comes to politics and therefore not like extreme to either side. It's very difficult. And then usually if you do that content, you just piss off both sides.
I think that they feel, well, what's the true value? Because what happens if it's going to change all the time, then you're just...
It's just that Jay Powell ends up talking there, but it's like an economic symposium. Yeah.
Sweet Green. Piper has a piece of Sweet Green and Dutch Bros and says be careful. Shaq, be careful. Well, those are problematic, and I get that. So steel yourself for Sweet Green. Sweet Green is interesting. Don't like bail. Dutch Bros, I had them on, and that was a little disorganized. And it was very disconcerting because I've been with Dutch Bros since it came public because of the product.
I know.
But they are, they're stuck. They finished with the venture capitalists that were in them. But I got to tell you, Carl, this thing is one of those things that feels it's a little too Five Below. Now, when I used to have Five Below on, I used to say, hey, guys, you're adding too many stores. And they would say, like, what do you know? I said, no, actually, this is my background. The answer is I know. And I know because my father sold to you guys as a gift wrap company.
Yeesh.
And they got it, to the family, they got it wrong. They kept putting up stores. And by the way, on the conference call, they always say, listen, we're putting up stores. And I was like, well, what are you guys doing for...
Boring. Let's try over here.
A big week in the race for the White House as Democrats head to Chicago to kick off their national convention. We'll be there as well. This is Bloomberg.
They're so bored, they have to go to commercial. All right, well, I guess we could reflect on last week. Yes, it was really good. It was like, last week was like best case scenario for markets. Everything was best case scenario. It's pretty impressive. All right, so let's see what we're forecasting for rates then, shall we? Yes, we shall, Kevin. Tell us. Give it to us straight. Tell us. What's the rate path? The rate path. Alright, we've got September, we're pricing in 1.29 cuts. We are pricing in 2.47 for November. We are pricing in 4.39 for December. And January, 4.75. All right. Then, what do we sit on yields today? We know gold's up. Gold over 2,500 and yields slightly down at AM. Okay. Okay. So, let's see here. Oh, nope. Yields actually flattened out. That's interesting. They were slightly down. Now they are flat. Yields flat. Well, that was a little flip-flop. Okay. Yeah, all the indices are green. Okay, so Tesla's got a third. Who's going to move today? Who's going to move bigly today? Let's see. ARK. Bitcoin still on that slight little trend up there. Disney, 9 basis points. What we got here? 13 bips. Oh, I mean, this test is going to be interesting on the Qs. Really curious about it. You're sitting there right there at 475 on the Qs dues. Nvidia's flat. Meta's actually down a little bit. Huh. Alright. Let's see.
National convention that kicks off today. Governor J.B. Pritzker personally...
Carl Icahn, SEC News. No real opinions there. These larger firms, you know, you could find a lot. not that's a good thing, but what was he fined for? I guess we could look into that because I don't know. I saw the headline and I didn't even look. Let me see here. You can usually just go to the SEC Twitter. So I read the 26 firm 390. Oh, they don't even have the Carl icon thing there. Okay, well, let me see. Where's the news? Where did I see it? Carl? Let's find out. Okay, search. Carl, what'd you do? Okay, Icon and Co. to pay. Oh wow, about $2 million. That's actually a lot. Why? Let's see here. SEC. Oh, there it is. Okay, SEC charges Icon and Icon Enterprises for failing to disclose pledges of company securities as collateral for billions in personal loans. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Basically, like, hey, look at all our company stocks. We're gonna use those for as collateral for personal loans. Yeah, that's not good. Because then if you get liquidated, you liquidate your customers' assets. That's pretty bad. Margin loans worth billions of dollars. Oh, worth billions of dollars, and they're fining him $2 million. The orders came from December 2018 through the present. Failed to disclose Icon's pledges as required in his 10K. What is? Let's see. Let's get some background on this company a little bit. Icon, where is it? Icon Enterprises, or what do they call it? Yeah, here it is. Publicly traded master limited partnership and conglomerate, headquartered in Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. That makes sense. He would live there. He controls 86% of it. With 38 employees. That's it. Wow. 38 employee company with 11 billion in revenue. How do they make that kind of revenue? Total on 20 billion. So what's it from? Let's see here. Oh, they'll acquire different companies. They purchased Trump Entertainment Resorts, which owned the Hard Rock Casino and Atlantic City Casino. Oh, that's interesting. Flipped hotels, resorts, Auto Plus, Pep Boys. Huh. Very interesting. MLP. Huh. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Pledged approximately 51 to 82% of outstanding securities as collateral for personal margin loans. Yeah, but was that... But those may have been his own shares. I think those may have been his own shares because he owns a lot of the company. So it was just a failure to disclose that he had basically margin on those shares. That's it. Oh, yeah. It doesn't look like it's necessarily customer assets. It may just be his own. That's interesting. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's really big news. It's just make sure you disclose. When in doubt, my friends, disclose. All right. All right, let's listen to this.
We'll see, Megan. There's a pretty fiery debate this morning about at least grocery margins, what got held on to after the pandemic, even as some other retailers saw their margins pop and then come back down.
Absolutely. And I think to Jim's point, it's really interesting here that both of these candidates are really laying out populist economic agendas. And the criticism for Harris's plan has been real over the weekend. The Washington Post was out with a headline from its editorial board saying that Harris should have dived deeper into real economic details, and instead she gave us populist gimmicks. Obama administration economist Jason Furman also said the best hope here is that this is more rhetoric than reality. I do think he's right, partly, in that this is a political response to a political problem. Inflation is not so much an economic problem anymore as it is a political one. But that's what we're going to be watching this week from Harris.
Busy week, Megan. We'll be talking to you all week long, of course. Megan Casella joining us this morning in Chicago.
Grocery margins. Go to Costco and look at the prices, and you'll know what the margins are.
Yes,
Period.
yes. We'll get Kramer's Mad Dash countdown to the opening bell. Get us all set for the opening bell in about 9 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
All right. Well, what do we got? 9 minutes? 9 minutos to go. Bitcoin's still going. Yeah, still going. Seems like it'd be a positive indicator there. Yeah, still you got a few more points there on the Qs. All right. What else? What does everybody got? For TLT calls to print, do yields need to go up or down? Yields must go down. Yield down. Bond price up. TLT is 20-year. 20-year bond. Okay. All right. What else? I don't know. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. What's trending out there today? Let's see. Maybe we could take a look at that. Well, let's say I don't care about most active. I want to see there's so little news. I want to see what's trending today. Oh, these are tiny. Oh, Zim is Zim today? I shorted them once when they were like $80. I wish I held on to them longer because they're like $19 now. But yeah, it's moving. Look at that. It's up like 14%. I wonder if they reported earnings. Zim. Dan says I'm getting laid off in October. Why? Where? Irvin, I made a video on the whole National Association of Realtors change like months ago. You can type that into YouTube, Meet Kevin, National Association of Realtors, and see it. Yeah, Zim just reported earnings. Raising 2024 guidance. EPS comes in at $3.08 versus $1.88. It's pretty good. Results in the second half of 24 to be better than the first half. Pretty good. Got a warn notice from a huge company in California. Well, that sucks. Is it like a big ol'... Let's see. Wonder if warn notices. Let's see here. Warn tracker. Oh, there's a tracker for this. Okay. Laid off range. Okay. Notice date. Number of laid off. Okay, let's... Can I sort by that? No. All years. I just want 2024. Alright, so you can hop over to Warn Tracker. Oh, okay, and then it shows how many. I see. I mean, these are all pretty small numbers. Not that they don't affect people, but like here's John Deere. 251 to 500. Wait, is that total laid off? Are these in thousands? I feel like this has to be in thousands, because otherwise these are pretty low numbers here. Like 11 to 50, it's gotta be. Why don't they say though? You know, usually there's a legend here somewhere. This is pretty low on the warn notices. View last 12 months. Yeah. Warn tracker, pretty stable. Layoffs by state. No, but if it was... I don't know. Oh, well. Oh, maybe I could just click on one. Here, like, I'll click on one here and I'll see. Laid off range. No. Total number of laid off. Oh well. Company layoff history. It's the first little tracker. Number of laid off. It just says 52. It's say thousands. And 52,000 would be kind of crazy anyway. I don't think Fastly has that many employees. So, okay. I mean, it's pretty nominal. Doesn't seem like there are any kind of crazy warn notices yet, which is pretty good for the employment picture overall. Layoffs. Oh, yeah, that's another one. We'll try that one. That's this one. Yeah. Okay, where's the, let's look at the charts. See here, employees laid off. You did get a little bit of a spike there in August. But everything's a lot lower than what we saw, you know, in 2022. Yeah, you're barely up there, what, 22,700? I mean, we were in January of 24, we were at 34K, and we're up there at 90K. The end of 22. That's when the market was in the toilet, too. Somewhat aligns. Not surprising. Okay, okay. Let's see here. Zim keeps moving. Tesla edged up a little bit here. A little bit of an edge up into the open. Lon Depot. Okay, BTC capped out at about 59-ish. Diz is still at 80 bips there. Oh, Q's dropping into the open a little bit. Less companies doing layoffs, but more affected. Zim just reported earnings. We just went through that. Nvidia sitting on 11-day trend line on the 15-minute chart. Yeah, it seems like today's kind of like the test, right? Because you're right there at the 476 line. Somebody says, tempted to start the day with Nvidia puts. Ooh. 52-week high on U.S. financials, industrials, and consumer staples and utilities. Ooh. The broadening out of the NASDAQ. All right. Who's ready? 25 seconds to go. Somebody says, Nvidia puts very juicy right now, not gonna lie, says someone else. Economy is the last thing I would ever look at when making investment decisions, says Jason. Ooh. All right, here we go. I mean, Qs are about to be red. You're only up a basis point.
Let's get the opening bell and the CNBC Real-Time Exchange this morning at the big board. It's Israeli mapped in New York, which lists all the Israeli startups in the New York area. And at the NASDAQ, it is Alphabet, with a slew of executives alongside small business community partners, YouTube creators, as we said, celebrating 20 years.
Look, I think it was the first company that, well, Amazon, these were the companies that came out. And I remember one of the things that was interesting was people felt, okay, what's going to come out of the dot-com? This came 2004. People were using it. But I think...
All right, let's go to numero here. Okay, so up about, what, 6 basis points, so nothing crazy right now on the Qs. Let's go to the average candlestick. Very low activity there on the Qs right now. Oh, look at Tesla's rocket ship right there. That was like straight up over there on Tesla. Let's go to this candlestick. There we go. Yeah, that was sitting at about 40 basis points up, then hit 60. Now it's up about 1.5. So watch that. Dix, not much movement. Clon Dipper, not much movement over here. Diz, Rocket, United Wholesale. Mortgage companies are all up a little bit. Oh, the Qs.
Lost the lead.
And Palantir dropping a little bit. What else? It's trying to come back. TLT, it's up fractionally. Home Depot. Apple. There goes Enphase. Probably trying to get up to that 118, 119 line. Oh, Nvidia did end up going red. IWM's up more than NAS right now. IWM's up about 35 basis points, and NAS is like flat. It's down 5 bips. Yeah, so you got a nice little spread there. Tesla gave up that. Oh wow, look at that like reversal there. This is like the classic thing that happens in trading. It's like you buy right here because the first green candle, like the second green candle is starting, and then like this is the moment you buy right here, and then whee! Zim, holy smokers, this is no joke. Zim. Up about 21 right now. Okay, what else? What else we got? BT Sizz goes green again. Q's up a little. All right, let's listen to Jimbo for a sec.
Stay with Barclays Loyal, and what does Zaz have? And I just want people to understand why he's talked about. He's not talked about because he bit off more than chew. He's talked about because you kind of root for him, and it's right now he's very much an underdog. Very much.
Although even the downgrades, I'm thinking of Bernstein last week, they point out that the assets are a hedge to any downside.
That's true, but I think that the way I'm in this business, but the way
it's always Paramount and Warner Brothers. Nothing entertaining here. All right, Q's just went positive again. It's back up about 5 basis points. Let's try over here. Wow, Tesla just went red.
20% on the year. That treasure hunt Target up just about 2%. This company, of course, has had a hard time. Folks thinking that this current quarter, or the quarter that was, that they're reporting easy comps. Macy's down about 12%. There's some transaction data suggesting that they could put up a inline quarter. And then there's Estee Lauder down 36% this year, down about 75%, Matt, from its 2022 peak. Wow. The new CEO, whoever that will turn out to be next year, a lot of work cut out for him or her.
All right, Abigail, thanks very much. Abby Doolittle talking to us about the individual stocks moving just minutes, I should say, into the trading day. Let's talk with Nimrit Kang right now, Chief Investment Officer at North Star Asset Management. Nimrit, we have seen about a 10% drawdown from peak to trough in the S&P 500 this year. But
wow, FUBU's running. It's like 27%.
In a row have been positive, and today we're looking at green arrows as well. Does that make sense to you that this volatility kind of dissipates after just a little bit of a correction?
Matt, feels like it's a little too early to call an all clear for us. So, we've gone back and looked at data going back to 1970s, and intra-year declines are pretty common occurrence. Last year, we got an intra-year decline of 10%. Earlier,
Tesla's down about a third right now. Capped out on Rivian. Capped out on Zim. Rivian's up about 2%, but not sure what's going on over there at Tesla.
We're going into an election year. And of course, we are also contending with geopolitical risk, both in Middle East and Russia, Ukraine, which hasn't been resolved or doesn't seem any signs of resolving anytime soon here either.
Even Palantir just went negative. Qs are negative, Palantir's negative. Apple's down about 0.5%. Nvidia's down only about 20 basis points. Russell 2000 keeps going. It's up about 57 right now, and Nvidia's trying to recover. ARM's down 1.3. Looking for anything juice here. Supermicro's down a couple. Feels like sort of just a little bit of a give back after the green of last week, and you know, going into J-hole and all that. But yeah, Tesla keeps dropping, now down 60 basis points.
Live healthy lifestyles. That's one area.
Calls don't seem to be the play today.
We're doing your regular portfolio management, trimming our winners and deploying into companies which have been laggards, industrials, a lot of other companies where we feel like the long-term outlook still looks very good. So those would be some of the things we're doing from the portfolio management perspective.
You know, it's fascinating. If you look at one of the more unloved sectors that has been looking to find a bid, it is financials. I'm wondering how you scour the universe there, given that we still have a 210 curve, that's still inverted to the tune of about 18 basis points.
Right. Not all financials are created equal. That's the first thing we would say. But, you know, given that backdrop, there are interesting ideas, great opportunities on a bottom-up level. One example we have for us is Eastern Bank. Eastern Bank is a stock we hold in the portfolio. And one of the reasons we like this company is it's a small regional bank in the Boston area. It's been continuing to take market share.
Ew, I personally only want to go close to the regional banks. I know people are betting on them because of rate cuts and taking sort of the pressure off, but the exposure to commercial real estate is way too high for me. Very uninteresting. Tech's infatuation with AI spending is costing jobs. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I just saw that sort of headline there. Do you think anyone in the home buyer market will hold their decision to see if Kamala is elected? Of course. I mean, it's always right before an election. People are like, I don't want to buy. I'm nervous. I'm gonna wait to see who the president is. That's what I've been saying with House Hack. I'm like, I want to buy right before the election because I'll have so much less competition. And then it's not like somebody's gonna go buy a home during Thanksgiving and Christmas, so they'll be out of the market until like February, when they actually get their act together. So yeah, man, no competition. So Palantizzle Dizzle is down about 0.5%, down about 1/4 on the Qs. BTC is now dropping a little bit. Disney's actually up a little bit. And what else do we have here? Tesla's almost down a full percent. Wow, Zim gave up. Holy moly. They were up like 20% there for a second. Oh, looks like Qs are bouncing already. Oh, all in. All right, let's try, let's see what Symbiosis has. Dow's up 30 basis points. Nasdaq slightly negative. Oil, Brent, oil's basically flat. Gold, 25.28, not bad. And then yield's mostly flat right now. Okay, let's try Jimbo. Somebody said, anybody buying DJT? Is there really a bear case against Palantir, or is the valuation just high? It's just valuation. No, Palantir is a fantastic company. Solely valuation based. And you have to look too. You go, in a recession, if should there be one, there's just gonna be indiscriminate selling. But anyway, yeah, DJT is down to $22. Wow. Yeah, look at that. It's really had a little bit of a move down. It's roughly probably since about the Kamala entrance. 19. Yeah, roughly since the Kamala entrance, because the shooting was here. I think Kamala was over here somewhere. It's been about 30 days. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So, where'd my... I was gonna look at my Seam Sizzle. Turned off. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, well. Alright, what else? BTC still kind of dragging a little bit, but the Qs did recover. They for a moment there, you were down like 25 basis points. Really just drug down there. Yeah, so a bit of a recover. Look, this week's just going to come down to J-Hole, I think. Now, last week we had catalysts almost every day. PPI, CPI, you know, some of the import-export prices, claims, UMISH. I mean, there was a lot to cover last week. Now, though... Oops. Now, though, it's really just Jackson Hole. You do get those BLS employment revisions, but I don't know how much that's gonna matter. Somebody says McDonald's exploded. Ooh. Oh yeah, look at that. About 2.7. Let's see here. Yeah, nice. Actually bought the dip on McDonald's somewhere around here. I don't remember exactly where it was. But not much. Just a wee bit. Okay. What else? Oh, Tesla's recovering. Let's see if there's any news. Hey, oh, look at that Tesla. So cute. There you go. Look at that recovery. Alright, let's go with... Let's see here. Let's see what's new. Somebody says AMD's running too. Ooh, Tesla's almost green again. AMD. Ooh. What are your thoughts on how 25K down payment assistance will help someone in, say, New York, California when compared to more? Usually what they'll do is they'll cost of living adjust some of that. All right, so Estee Lauder CEO to retire in 2025 as recovery stalls. Japanese yen rises. Oh, let me see. Oh, Tesla just went green. Japanese yen to USD. All of a volatile day there. Oh, yeah. Japanese yen's it's almost back up in that little blow-up territory. But, you know, I think people are a little more prepared for that now than the first time around, where that was so sudden. You could see that right over here. Take a look at that. You got this little move up there. This was your peak, 0.0069. And over here, 0.006. The easier way really to see this is just do USD to JPY. There you go. That's a little easier to see. And then August 5th was where your problem was. 145.74-ish level. And now we're at 146.47. So still about 1.2-ish% away. Okay, okay. What else? Let's get some news, me friends. BTC? Little slow, little slow. Ooh, space is up 7.5. Palantir went positive again. It was green there for it was red there for a moment. TL Tizzle. Apple half. Nothing. Oh, look at that. Nvidia actually went positive. It's going for that 125 test. Arms down a bit. Tesla's pushing again. Where is... Oh, here are the Qs. That's what I was looking for. I really want to see if they can end up testing the lineup here. We shall see. Okay. Okay. So... Let's see here. Baba. Ooh. Yeah, Baba's... You get a lot of exposure to that Chinese consumer, but, you know, their valuation is so dirt low. There are definitely a lot of people that that look at that company as like a value play, especially since they're getting into, you know, AI data centers, basically, just like an Amazon would. So I know a lot of people are excited about that one. Interesting day. Kind of benign so far. Yeah. Ups and downs. All right. What else? Let's quickly see if there's any news, because it doesn't look like there really is today. There's a lot of politics. Iranian-backed militant group claims suicide operation in Tel Aviv. Yeah, that's never good. Kind of exhausted to hear this stuff. Just sad. Hamas and the Islamic Jihad, supported by Tehran, killed the detonator and injured one passerby. No further casualties. Oh, was that was the yeah, suicide mission, not drone. Yeah, okay. Oh, this was the guy. Okay, we heard about that a while ago. Yeah, that was the guy with the backpack and the glasses. Went off shortly after 8 p.m. in Tel Aviv. The attempted suicide bombing was through the detonation of a powerful device. Sucks for that guy. He didn't get his job done. But good for everyone else. Premature detonation. Did you ever see the... What's that? The puppet? Ahmed the Dead Terrorist? That's a good one. You got to see it if you haven't seen it. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see what else is going on too. Oh wow, yeah, 9 years ago. That's crazy. That is crazy. Can I find it? I will find it. I must. Now I have suggested it. Everything's going up, by the way. Whatever. Okay, let's listen in here for a moment.
After having the same people in place at the top for 15 years, they really have to move quickly and decisively and show results.
Yeah, big time, of course. A lot of work cut out for whoever the next CEO may be. Estee Lauder shares currently down about 2% intraday right now. Our thanks, of course, to Bloomberg's Dasha Afanasieva. Now, coming up, supersize this Slurpee. Canadian company Couche-Tard making a bid for the owner of 7-Eleven stores.
Couche-Tard.
Couche-Tard. I've been working on
Circle
that, all
K
right?
owner.
All right, I wasn't supposed to do this tease. In any case, it may be the biggest foreign takeover of a Japanese company. More on that next. This is Bloomberg.
The Principal Room.
All right.
Brought to you by...
I don't know if they're gonna have the... I can't find where the part is, but I'll just play a piece of it because I think it's funny.
Good evening, Ahmed. Good evening, infidel. So you're a terrorist? Yes, I am the terrorist. What kind of terrorist? A terrifying terrorist. Are you scared? Not really, no. And no?
I don't think I'm ever
Not
gonna find
really,
it.
no. How about now?
No. Gotta find the part. Jump around. Let's see if I can find it.
What I said. How do you spell your name? I in the suit. So
oh, yeah, here. I think this is it. I think this is it.
So Ahmed, if you're a terrorist, I would suppose you have some sort of specialty. Yes, I am the suicide bomber. Ah, so you're finished. What? You've done your job. No, I haven't. But you're dead. No, I'm not. I feel fine. But you're all bone. It's a flesh wound. Silence! I kill you! What the hell happened to my feet? Son of a bitch, what the hell? Oh, wait a minute, what the hell? What are you doing? What the
He might have different routines. I don't know if it comes up in this. We'll go back to the sticks in a sec.
right, just hold on. We'll fix this. Okay, wait. What are you doing? Holy crap! I'm in the air. Wait. Wait, something is backwards. Holy crap!
It's such a skill to be able to do that.
I need some ligaments. Just sit still. Okay. I will not move my ass. You idiot! You don't have an ass.
Well, that gives you a little bit of a taste for them. I'm just gonna type in the part that I'm looking for. There, it looks like there's a short of it. Is there? No, I don't know why nobody has it. Honestly, I wonder if they just like had to cut that part out or something like that. I have to try like a not YouTube. That's crazy. Should be pretty straightforward, but. Oh, here's a short of it. On TikTok might have it. Okay, let's try this.
What happened to you? Huh? What happened? Oh, if you must know, I am a horrible suicide bomber. What happened? I had a premature detonation. I set the timer for 30 minutes, but it went off in 4 seconds. You know what that's like, right?
Yeah, that's, I don't know why, but I thought about that when I heard about the Israeli suicide bomber who didn't kill anybody but himself. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I know, but those are the things to think of. So, now you have met Ahmed, the dead terrorist. Alright, so, what's going on over here while we were gone? Well, I mean, honestly, things seem kind of bullish. You had your little mid-morning sell-off. Oh, look at Bitcoin, though. Wow. A little bit of down-a-doodle. What a little downer. Q's up. Palantir's back up, too. That's a little sell-down moment there. And phase down, though. Oh, that's weird. Okay. All right. Well, what else? Nvidia. Oh, look, right there on the line for Nvidia. What a spot right there. That's a potential breakout line to watch there, if I've seen one. Could obviously go either way, but that's one to watch. Huh. Nah, Tesla's kind of giving up. It feels like there's almost too much caution to really get the market really excited today. You know, going into J-hole. Seems like you keep having these like false starts. Oh well. So, we'll see. We shall see. Alright. I'm going to tell my wife, sorry, it was a premature detonation. No! Ay. Okay. Now, I think that's the end of the show. There we go. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to push the button. Even though I'm a licensed financial advisor, real estate broker, and becoming a stockbroker, this video is neither personalized financial advice nor real estate advice for you. It is not tax, legal, or otherwise personalized advice tailored to you. This video provides generalized perspective, information, and commentary. Any third-party content I show should not be deemed endorsed by me. This video is not and shall never be deemed reasonably sufficient information for the purpose of evaluating a security or investment decision. Any links or promoted products are either paid affiliations or products or services which we may benefit from. I personally operate and actively manage ETF and hold long positions in various securities, potentially including those mentioned in this video. However, I have no relationship to any issuers other than HouseHack, nor am I presently acting as a market maker. All right. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.